Yo, what's going on YouTube? Jan Moses here to cover the new Stratosphere cards coming to my team in about 2.5 hours from now. I wanted to first and foremost show the Yao Ming. We're not going to go through his ratings because just like every other 100 overall over the past 10 weeks, Yao Ming does not exist in my eyes. I'm never going to see him. If I do, it's going to be on the opposing team, and it'll probably only be once, maybe twice, that I'll see him online during the remainder of my NBA 2K24 My Team tenure. I would like to say that I do like the card art on this collection. It looks so much better than the Vortex collection that we got. Was that last week or 2 weeks ago? I can't even remember. I think it was 2 weeks ago with Luca. That Vortex collection, really trash card art. But this one looks pretty solid. So shout out to 2K for that. But we're not going to look at the Yao Ming because, as I mentioned, I treat all these 100 overalls every week as if they don't exist because their pack odds are, or the pack odds for pulling one of these 100 overalls is, I think, the lowest rate we've seen for pulling any card potentially in the history of my team. But if you look at the rest of this collection, it looks like a pretty fun crop of cards. If you look at the Dark Matters, some really fun names in there. I want to go over the Dark Matters and a couple of the opals from this collection, but I do want to quickly start with Eddie Jones, who's going to be the reward for getting 50 triple threat online wins. I believe we were on a streak of 2 New York Knicks players in a row for the triple threat online rewards in Pink Diamond Tyson Chandler and then Galaxy Opal Allen Houston. So it's kind of nice that we are breaking that trend for all the non-Knick fans out there. And Eddie Jones is kind of tough because we've gotten so many point guards this season and we're all grinding towards level 40 for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, who will probably be better than this card. But we can take a look right here. He is a 6'6 point guard with a 6'9 wingspan. Ratings wise, he looks great. I don't really know what that jumper is like. Before we take a look, we can take a peek at the badges. The badges look very good. I mean, this is a card that does interest me at least a little bit, but I just got Devin Booker from the lock-in last week, so I can't say I'm going to be actively grinding for this card in Triple Threat Online. I don't know what the Jarrett Allen lower and Bryn Forbes upper is going to look like on very quick. We can see what people are saying in the comments section. I mean, again, this dropped less than an hour ago, so I don't really think we're going to be seeing very helpful comments. You know, people are going to be saying PG1 and stuff like that. But we'll see. I do want to also quickly take a look. There's one Galaxy Opal who I did not bring up, and that is Gary Payton. Let's put him over here. Did I have anyone else I wanted to see before him? No, just Eddie Jones. We'll go to Gary Payton very quickly. I just want to see. Yeah, defensively he's going to be a menace. He should have almost every single badge defensively on Hall of Fame. He's got a good number of playmaking badges on Hall of Fame. They gave him some of the more important shooting badges on Hall of Fame as well. This card looks great. He's 6'4 with a 6'7 wingspan, which is really nice. And I really liked his jumper before. I don't know if his jumper is still going to be cracked, but people in the comments seem to really like him. So for 126k MT, I feel like that's a really good value if you're looking for, I can't even call him a budget option. If you're looking for a buyable option at the point guard position, Gary Payton looks very good, and he's probably going to be pretty comparable to that Eddie Jones in my opinion. Again, I have Devin Booker. I don't know if I'm going to necessarily be running Gary Payton at the point guard spot, but maybe. Who knows? I brought up Reggie Theus just to take a look at his height. We're getting a lot of point guards that are tall-ish today. I still view Gary Payton at 6'4" as a taller point guard, but that's just me being an old head. Reggie Theus also looks like a pretty solid, more budgety option at 52,500 MT. We're not going to look at his jump shot. Artis Gilmore, I'm kind of interested in this card. Second week in a row, we're getting a Galaxy Opal center who's 7'2" or taller. 66 3 ball, though, that really sucks. And he's really not all that great defensively. He looks like more of a post player. Defensive badge-wise, he looks very good, actually. Actually, no, what am I saying? Defensively, he looks really good. You know what? I saw that 89 lateral quickness, and it just threw me off. The rest of those ratings look very good. I really should have coffee before I record these videos. I apologize. And I'm on previous gen, but he still has a lot of the badges defensively on Hall of Fame. So the card looks pretty solid. Again, taking a look at the comments, people are saying that his jump shot is nice. So again, maybe, yeah, to this guy's point, maybe you put a shoe on him, and with a coach boost, you can get him up to, the low to mid 70s with his three ball. And if that jump shot's good, you'll be able to maybe green with him consistently, and maybe you'll have yourself a really good center. Because I like Arvydas Sabonis, but even with a shoe boosting his speed, and with Coach D'Antoni, who I think also boosts speed, he still feels a touch slow, and that jumper just feels a little off for me. I don't know why. He's kind of like Marc Gasol, where for me at least, there's no clear visible point where I should release the shot button. But interesting card. Kyle Korver, the triple threat offline GOAT himself. His Ruby card is still probably my most used card for triple threat offline. I'm kind of shocked he only has 92 speed. I feel like at this point in the year, if you're going to be giving other cards cracked out ratings, I'm not saying you need to make him, an athletic defensive menace, but, I feel like they should have done a little better for him. I mean, defensive badge wise, he looks fine. Shooting badges, obviously, he's going to be elite, and he has one of the best jump shots, in my opinion, in the whole game. So Kyle Korver, really fun card if you want to go for him. Now, this collection as a whole, I'm not going to pull up every single card, but I'm assuming this collection as a whole is going to probably cost you something similar to what you've been having to pay if you want to lock in these collections from the previous couple of weeks, which is something along the lines of like 520 to 550,000 MT. I'm leaning towards locking in this collection, and I'll show you why, outside of the fact that I still have 4.6 million MT. The first dark matter that you can get from the lock-in is Jonathan Isaac. Obviously, when it comes to glitchy My Team cards in the history of My Team, Jonathan Isaac is definitely in the conversation as one of those top, 15 to 20 cards who, whenever he comes out in My Team, he's usually a monster. And usually early on in the year, like defensively, he's really good. 6'10" with a 7'2" wingspan. They made him very athletic. He should have, make sure I'm on the right setting here. He has a good number of shooting badges on Hall of Fame. Agent 3 on Hall of Fame for me is Agent 3 not on Hall of Fame for me is totally fine. I'm not going to be 3 hunting with this card. Every badge on Hall of Fame defensively is awesome. I love that. This card looks like a lot of fun. I would love to add Jonathan Isaac to my team, should I be lucky enough to pull him from the lock-in. Chris Bosh, 6'11", 6'3", wingspan. Looks like he kind of looks like a jack of all trades, master of none ratings wise. Solid Hall of Fame defensive badges, just okay playmaking badges. He'll have really good shooting badges. I mean, he's not a bad card. I feel like people aren't going to be as excited for Chris Bosh if they get him as compared to a guy like a Jonathan Isaac. Yao Ming, you don't exist. Julius Erving. I think Julius Erving is going to more than likely end up being, I don't want to call him the troll dark matter pull, but the one that people are going to get and not be as excited about. But the card here looks really good. Very nice defensively, ratings wise. Obviously, he's going to be an athletic monster. He's going to be dunking all the time over everybody. 94 3 ball is great. He's got some really nice shooting badges on Hall of Fame, which I really like. And then defensively, again, it looks like the majority of these dark matter cards are going to be at least getting this first row of defensive badges on Hall of Fame, which is really nice. Would have loved to have seen Interceptor on Hall of Fame there, but it's totally fine. Looks like a really, really fun card. I feel like his jump shot on the pink diamond was really good. So if that's the case, then his dark matter one should be excellent as well. Moving on, we have 2 more cards left. Kawhi Leonard, this is going to probably be the card that I want the most, just because I always enjoy using Kawhi Leonard cards in my team. We can take a look at the ratings, but I expect him to be the way he looks every year, which is like this: an absolute elite wing player defensively, incredible shooting ratings, 96 3 ball, 96 speed is awesome. Shooting badges all look great. They even gave him Agent 3 on Hall of Fame, which is awesome. And then he has every single badge defensively on Hall of Fame except for ankle braces. I think this is going to be one of the top 2 or 3 cards you're going to want to get out of the lock-in. Also want to quickly make my plea here that I wish that the lock-in would lead to an option pack. We're getting, what, 6 dark matters? Is that correct? We have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we have 6 dark matters. I would love it if we got an option pack with like 3, because more times than not, there are 2 more troll options that you can get out of these lock-ins. it would be really nice if you got unlucky and you got two of the players you didn't want, that at least you knew that that third player that you got would not be one of those two. Madden has done a great job of that in the past with their Ultimate Team game modes, giving you option packs when you would lock in, whether it's tokens or whatever. I would love to be able to see that in my team, but we're not going to get that, obviously. Then LaMelo Ball, I know a lot of people complain about his jump shot on current gen. On previous gen, people seem to think he has one of the best jump shots. I don't know if they've changed that jump shot. You see current gen Demon, mobile god LaMelo. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's too quick. I forget exactly what the issue was with his jump shot, but it looks like they just put it on very quick. So we'll have to see. I feel like that's another card where you may end up getting him from the lock-in. I'm a little worried about getting him just because, like, I just got Devin Booker and I've barely played my team in the last week. So if I get him, then I have to play one of them at shooting guard, basically, which is not ideal. But again, ratings-wise, he also looks great. All these cards are going to look very good. He's going to have the majority of these playmaking badges on Hall of Fame, which makes sense. And he has a solid number of defensive badges on Hall of Fame. He's probably not as good of a defender as some of the other point guard options, and that's fair. Like, that's, you know, LaMelo Ball is not known for his defense. I mean, right now he's just known for riding the bench. So, pause. That sounds crazy. Yeah, hopefully LaMelo Ball can play in the NBA next year, not just, you know, be in street clothes sitting every single game. So, anyways, I don't know who I would really want the most out of all these players. I guess it would probably be, like, if I see Kawhi Leonard or Jonathan Isaac, I'll be pretty happy. I feel like the way they did this is you're going to see small forward Eastern Conference, and you're going to be hoping it's Kawhi, and it's going to end up being a Nets logo and you get Julius Erving. Or you'll see power forward Eastern Conference, and you'll be hoping that you're, oh, I didn't even pull up Kwame Brown. Oh, my goodness. And maybe he's really good, Kwame Brown. But I feel like you're going to see power forward Eastern Conference, and you're going to hope that you're getting Jonathan Isaac, but you're going to end up getting Chris Bosh or Kwame Brown. But maybe you won't be upset if you get Kwame Brown because maybe he's good. Let's take a look. Kwame Brown, 6'11", power forward. So far looks to be quite comparable to Chris Bosh, outside of the fact that Chris Bosh has many more shooting badges on Hoff, I want to say. Looks like Kwame Brown is going to be more of a dunker. More defensive badges on Hall of Fame, which is kind of nice. I remotely or vaguely remember people saying that his diamond card that you could Evo... Was it an Evo card? I forget. No, it was a rewritten card. I forget if it was him or if it was someone else that they were saying had a really good jump shot. Easily. Okay, yeah. So people are gassing up this card. Yeah, so maybe his animations are just really good. I don't know if... Oh, he's got the Kobe Bryant. Oh, okay, this is actually a really good jump shot. Okay, so that makes sense. So I feel like if you see power forward Eastern Conference, you're going to want to get Jonathan Isaac or Kwame Brown. The guy I would want the most, more than likely, is probably Kawhi Leonard, just because, again, I mean, I feel like Kawhi or even Julius Erving, just because of, you know, the cards that I've used in my team in the past at the shooting guard position, in my team history, has mostly been Kawhi Leonard for like the middle to latter stages of my team career, and Julius Erving. Julius Erving was my first big snipe in NBA 2K15, and I feel like for that reason I'm always going to have some level of nostalgia associated with Julius Erving. So, but yeah, that's the video. Let me know down below if you plan on locking in this collection, and if you do, who do you want to get? Also, let me know if you're going to be grinding for this Eddie House. I don't think I'm that, or Eddie Jones. I don't think I'm that interested because we have like 15 free point guards this season so far. And I don't want to chase for Eddie Jones. Like, if I lock in this collection, I don't even know if I would rather, like, I don't know how much more I would want to start Eddie Jones over Gary Payton. And again, I got Devin Booker's Dark Matter last week. So we'll see. That's the video. Thank you guys for watching. Until next time, I'll see you later.